Okay.
Ding, hello.
Hey, hey.
All right, Casey, you have designed our slow draft website for FHI16. And so tell us about the starting place, Sega Baba.
Yes, we are launching a slow draft website. It's going to live at segababa, segababa.com. It's not there yet, but it will be there in a day or two. It's going to look like this when you get to it, and everybody's going to have their user accounts created for them and credentials to log in emailed to their email addresses.
Will they be able to change their passwords if they want?
They will be able to set their own passwords. Yes, the email link will take you right there to the password reset.
Okay, so once they're logged in, what do they see?
Once they're logged in, if it's before the draft, they are going to see. We'll cut this in post. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you log in to segababa.com this week, before our Friday start, you're going to see a countdown to the start of the draft, which will be on Friday. We're going to see the first round draft order, and you're going to be able to navigate through a number of different screens. You're going to be able to see the full list of players ranked by their Yahoo ranking, filterable by name, whether they've been picked or kept, and then by position. You'll be able to see all of our teams and our gorgeous avatars.
Yeah.
And drill down into viewing each team. You'll see each team's allotment of draft picks and what round they occur in, average draft position, and I've got a few demo picks in here. These will obviously be empty when you first start, except for your keepers.
Except for keepers, yeah. Keepers will be plugged in very shortly.
You can go to the results tab to see the full draft schedule, and then obviously results once they occur. And kind of the key functionality of the app here is that when someone when someone gets assigned a pick and becomes on the clock, quick edit of data here. We're going to be in progress again. So we're going to pretend like it's later than it is. This screen's going to look a little different, have a little bit nicer interface, but right now it's Kevin's pick. He's got almost his full allotment of time here. When Kevin went on the clock, he got emailed a link that says you're on the clock with the pick, and then a link that will magically log you in if you're not already logged in. So if you look at it on your phone and you were previously logged in on your computer, you just follow this link that gets emailed to you, and you get taken right to pick 15 here, and you'll see logged in as Kevin. Obviously, I and other people will not have access to that email. It will only go to Kevin, and he can make his selection for pick 15 in round 1 here.
So he'll be automatically logged in. It'll take him right into, so he just follows the link and it'll go right into the pick interface.
That's right. It will know that it's Kevin, and you'll get here. You'll see the available players. I got the projected average stats information from Yahoo when I exported the players list. And let's say he wants to draft Kevin Durant. Confirm that. And then, yeah, haven't formatted this screen yet, but yeah, this is going to display, that Kevin Durant was picked with pick 15 here.
Yeah, and then below that, if you can look, this is looking a little bit behind the Wizard of Oz's curtain, but we see all the stuff for Eddie and it just shows Eddie's name and his team name and his time zone, and that's just like letting us know that he's the next one to get notified of his pick.
Shoot, you know what? There might have been a bug. I was supposed to show that Kevin was the one who drafted him, but I'll make sure to get that fixed up before we.
Yeah. But that brings me to my next point, and that's part of just the rules that we laid out for this slow draft last season when we decided to do it. And that is that people only have to make their picks during the waking hours of their time zone. So Casey, can you just talk a little bit about the alerts and when they hit and what that window is?
Yeah. So we just made a pick. The next, if Eddie was next up, and right now it's like 6 a.m. in China, the back end of the site is going to check every time. It's going to say that, oh, this is perfect. This next pick is actually supposed to go to me, but the trade infrastructure is still in progress. In Australia, it's 5 a.m. right now, and once we take it live, the site is just going to wait until in Australia it's 8 a.m., at which point, right at 8 a.m., it'll start Joel on the clock with his 2-hour allotment of time to make his pick. And then the last on the clock period the latest it can be is 9:59. We won't send new picks out in the 10 o'clock hour in the local time of whoever's up.
Right, because we said 8 a.m. to midnight is the reasonable expectation of waking hours for anybody. I mean, not really for me. I hope I'm in bed at 8 a.m. No, wait, I got to take my kid to school anyway. So yeah, so if it's any time past 10 p.m. And your pick comes up, you're not going to get that alert. This is a little bit in the weeds question though. So let's say you are a chronic insomniac like myself, and you see that your pick comes up. Can you make your pick out if you log on? Can you make your pick outside of your waking hours?
I thought about that. I don't have that feature available yet, but potentially yes, before our go live date on Friday.
Okay, cool. I don't think it's essential, but just I think just before we launch, just let us know whether yes or no, because I'm sure people can be like, cool, I'll get up at 8 and make my pick. We're gonna have, based on the target of a Friday launch, we're gonna have over 10 days before the season starts to get this done, with 32 picks being taken away by keepers. And the presumption that, especially in the early rounds, picks are going to go pretty quickly. And I'm strategically starting this on a weekend when we should have a little bit more free time to knock out the early rounds. I think we should be able to finish this in plenty of time before the start of the season. When we get to the end of the draft, then I will transfer all of the picks into Yahoo, and that'll be a little manual work for me. Casey, don't try to do that yourself. I'll just knock it all in and then hit the button, and all of your all of your team that you have drafted that you'll be able to see on Sega Baba will be within your Yahoo roster. Perfect.
Yeah, if you need a CSV dump, I can do that pretty quick too. So.
Yeah, I have a feeling you might. So I've provided Casey with all the traded picks information. So those are all ready to go. I'm going to give Casey all the keeper information, so that'll be ready to go. With the caveat that I've given you guys, the ability to make a change to your keeper up to 24 hours before. What else do we need to know, Casey? It's looking like it looks real reminiscent of what we see when we go onto Yahoo, so that's very useful.
Yeah, I tried to get the core features of at least the draft part recreated pretty well. There's a couple things that may get done this week, which would be, that potentially off hours draft if you're up. And then also maybe re-ranking players. That one is probably less likely, but yeah, I think we're getting pretty close. Just gonna try and wrap up a couple of views and then potentially those couple features, and I think it's ready to rock.
Amazing. Can't thank you enough. Great. So just to everybody who's watching this, we're shooting for a Friday launch. James Weinheimer has the very first pick. He's the furthest west. I've already talked to him, and since he has the #1 pick, he has a lot of time to think about that. So we're probably going to launch with the first pick already laid in. So that'll get us up and running. So I'll let you know about the exact time of launch. And after you've watched this, feel free to throw any questions back at us. Please don't get too technical. But if there's anything that doesn't make sense, or something that we're missing that is a must-have for you to do a draft, then let us know. I mean, obviously, you're going to have one tab, Sega Baba, and then another tab on Yahoo, and whatever other sources you're using for your research. But I think this should be pretty good and allow everyone to have a good experience and a little bit of time to make a reasonable decision on your picks. Now, please don't take 2 hours every time your pick comes up, because we do want to get things settled so we have some time to, do free agents and whatnot before the first game on the 22nd.
That is a thing. We are calculating how many minutes you take per pick. So maybe there's something out there if you really are snappy with your picks. No promises on that, though.
Right. Oh,
at least bragging rights.
Yeah. Well, here's yeah. You said you might gamify it a bit. Finally, and then we should cut this off so it's not too long. But the thing is, if you space out or if you fall down a well, what happens when their 2 hours runs out?
Yeah, so we're using the player rankings from Yahoo. If Kevin doesn't get to making his pick in 1 hour and 52 minutes, he would be assigned Devin Booker as his automatic pick.
So the highest remaining player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have some more testing this week, and positional conflicts wise, I think it's just going to work out that it's just going to be highest player. I don't think I can spend the time to do any sort of algorithm about positional needs. So yeah, right now it's just highest available.
Great. All right. Well, here we go. This is the trial run for the league after 15 years of doing it one way. We're spread across 16 global hours. So let's try to give everybody a little bit more brain space. Casey, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks, Matt.
No worries.